Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 40 of Elden Ring Let's Play and episode 3 of Trexplode's Elden Ring podcast. I am excited for today's episode because, aside from the fact that I get to experience it again, which is great, honestly, props to past me for not making sure the microphone was set up properly. This is also going to be one of my... The entire episode is just fighting one of my favorite bosses in the game, if not my favorite boss. And if you can't tell from where I'm going, it's Dragonlord Placidusax, if I'm saying that correctly. And he's fun because, he's completely optional, right? To get to his boss arena, you have to slide down this cliff here, and, how are you supposed to know to do that? So you just walk down these cliffs and onto the boulders, and you lie down in one of the things. And I am excited to experience this a second. I genuinely am, because even though I'm gonna have to watch myself fail a couple times, it is actually my favorite boss fight in the game, just because of the arena, the atmosphere, the fact that he's one of the unique dragon models in the game. Because, all the other dragons, I believe, even Placidusax down in the depths, all operate off the same model. I'm just gonna let this cutscene go, because it's cool. Anyway, that's the cutscene leading into the boss fight. So this is just me getting set and ready, talking about it. Basically, so I'm sure if you've been watching throughout the series, I've always used Spirit Ashes and NPC summons. And I didn't want to do that at all for this fight, because aside from the fact that I don't really need to, and I'm just using it as a way to make the game move along quicker, I also wanted to just 1v1 me bro, because again, this is my favorite boss in the game. I'm just gonna be... I didn't do a lot of talking when I was recording, so it's not like you'd be missing much if I kept the audio. But this is genuinely one of my favorite boss fights in the game. And honestly, it's kind of hard not to just sit here quietly. Because I didn't really have up until the second or third try, I didn't really have a strategy in mind, and that strategy was still just apply rot, and use that to supplement my damage. Because even though my build is basically done, because of how the stat spread is set up, my damage isn't as great as it could be otherwise. Even though I am still technically dealing a lot of damage. Rolling a bit too much here, and getting struck by lightning as a result. rolling a bit too little. But yeah, it takes it requires like 3 rot breaths to apply rot to him. Honestly, I could have just gotten. I probably could have just like changed my build around a bit and used the dagger or rapier that apply rot automatically. But where's the fun in that? Sorry, that was. I really like his cloud teleportation ability. It's really cool to watch. If it is a bit annoying gameplay-wise to deal with. I've seen a lot of people get caught out by that, even though, like, there's so much wind-up, right? And it's not like you get unlocked from him when he teleports, aside from the first time. Oh, and then this is the attack that gets me, usually, because I misspace the roll. And there's also like the back chat to it. Yeah, see, I didn't even have to re-engage lock on. And yet people I've seen people get hit by this attack. And like it does hit a wide area, so I'm not surprised like even I got hit there. It's just that there's so much wind up to it that it just doesn't make sense to me. Of course I have played these games a lot. Alright, you know, watching it back, I thought I'd see what hit me there, but it genuinely looked like I dodged. I must have mistimed it by a couple frames or something. You know what? I think just because I like this boss fight so much that starting now I'm just gonna cut out the runbacks and just watch it. Like I don't really have anything to add other than commentary about quote-unquote current events, which would only really date when this video was recorded, or re-recorded rather, and I don't think that's very interesting. Let's see. I do have a very big shift in videos planned for the end of the year, because I got something I was really excited for and I kind of want to show it off. Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising is coming out, and I came up with a stupid joke and I want to use it for a thumbnail, so I'll probably put up at least a video on that. I've been considering what game to play once Elden Ring is over. I mean, it's not technically going to be over because there's still the DLC, which doesn't have a release date, so I will be coming back to play it more. But as of right now, I don't know what game I'm going to be playing in the meantime. I've considered doing Armored Core, but I've already, like, beat that game, so I don't know. I don't know. Armored Core seems like a weird choice to me for a couple of reasons. Maybe you know what? Yeah, I'll put up, like, a video about Armored Core. Oh, this attack really is... So, this is... Sorry, I just wanted to be quiet to like really emphasize the impact. That is like part of the reason I love this boss fight, is that attack specifically, because it's just so damn cool. And until this fight, I was under the impression that you only really have to deal with that after he starts teleporting, which is his phase 2. So it really caught me off guard, and if I was closer to him, I probably would have gotten hit by it. My favorite the reason I love that attack is, aside from the fact that it's literally just like, you know, stab the ground with a magic lance and make a big ass explosion, the music also cuts out, and like all other sound effects as well. And I get that it's like the technique used to make the attack hit harder, if that makes sense. But I've always liked attacks like that, where it's just so powerful that everything else cuts out and you're forced to focus on it. And at this point, I just start throwing rocks. Because if you didn't know, the rocks do a lot of posture damage, which makes it easier to get a riposte. I don't think I even get a riposte. I'm sorry, I'm not adding a lot of this. Maybe you just heard, you know what? Yeah. This is the end of my commentary. Considering, you know, I died. I'll probably pop in at the end of the video, but for now, just enjoy this boss fight. It's my actual favorite boss fight in the game. And I'm back. Watching that over again still gives me chills. That was the other reason I was really excited for this episode. Before I realized the audio was borked, is because you could actually hear how excited and you could hear the emotion in my voice when I beat the fight. Because this is genuinely one of my favorite boss fights, and honestly, I considered riding that high and continuing on to the next boss, but I figured it'd be best to save that for next episode, because from this point on, it's all bosses. Like, there's nothing else. It's just bosses. It's just the gatekeeper boss before the final boss, and then the gatekeeper boss before that, and then the final boss in Melania, and that's all that I technically have left. So this footage here is literally just me going and getting all the rewards I can out of Dragonlord Placidusax. I think that's how you pray it. Yeah, because I downed this in the previous episode because it was annoying, frame rate beast, and now I'm taking advantage of it to get all the rewards from that boss fight. But other than that, this episode is just him. This is just the Dragonlord episode, and I'm perfectly okay with that because I think he deserves it. So, yeah, I don't really know what to add at this point. It's just my favorite boss fight in the game, and I think it deserves its own episode, even if that episode is a bit short compared to other episodes in the series. And this is just me redeeming souls, because I didn't have enough for a level up, and I figured might as well get all the armor. But yeah, after this, it's just bosses. It's just bosses. I mean, there are technically some more side quests you can do, but after this, it's just bosses. We're gonna beat the Black Beast, and then we're gonna beat previous Elden Lord, and then we're gonna beat the current Elden Lord, and then we're gonna beat Melania. Although I'm kind of iffy on the order of that last part, because one is like the final boss, and then one's like the hardest boss. So I don't know which order. You know what? No, Melania's last. Melania's definitely last. She's the hardest. She's gonna take the most amount of time. I wouldn't be surprised if I got through the next couple boss fights in 1 or 2 tries. Anyway, thank you for watching. All hail the Dragonlord. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And see you next time. Bye.